Chapter 4. A group of geniuses and a class of misfits. Anling wiped the tea from his face in frustration. Afterward, under Anling's earnest and sincere gaze, Su Xiaolan reluctantly accepted the fact that he didn't even know how to cultivate. Su Xiaolan thought for a moment and took out a manual on cultivating breath control techniques from her storage ring. This is a book on breath control techniques I read when I was 3 years old. Here, I'm giving it to you, Su Xiaolan said as she casually tossed the manual to Anling. Anling. In the quiet of the night, under a sky full of stars, the lights were on in a house. Anling carefully studied the manual, while Su Xiaolan patiently answered his questions. For Anling, the path of cultivation was a new world, and every theoretical concept was foreign to him. Questions like how to guide and which meridians to pass the heaven and earth's elemental chi through, how to operate the breathing techniques, and the principles behind the intensity of guidance left him intensely engaged, making notes from time to time. Su Xiaolan, being a genius of the stone dragon state, felt that teaching Anling about cultivation was way easier than teaching a chimpanzee. Oh my god! He can't even distinguish the body's meridians. How does he survive to the age of 18? He doesn't even know how to circulate qi. Su Xiaolan was a bit exasperated as she painstakingly explained the most fundamental knowledge, often using her hands to gesture. Anling had a bewildered expression that deepened as the evening went on, turning into utter bewilderment, multiplied by geometrical factors. That night was a memorable and painful one for both of them. After a long time, Anling gratefully left Su Xiaolan's house, and Su Xiaolan thankfully saw him off. Despite her sarcastic remarks, Anling had made significant progress tonight. He had finally learned the basics of cultivation and how to breathe in the elemental qi of heaven and earth. As soon as he returned to his room, he eagerly began practicing the breath control technique. During the meditation, he could feel himself slowly growing stronger. While the improvement was minimal, it still gave him hope. The road from a misfit to a genius is indeed full of hardships, Anling sighed to himself as he meditated in his room. The next day marked the official start of Anling's journey at the University of Cultivation. The University of Cultivation, founded by the Heavenly Court, was a school specializing in training cultivators. It attracted numerous geniuses from the 9 states. Most students admitted to this university were the cream of the crop in the world of cultivation. Among all the students, the most outstanding were those in Class 1, who were the cream of the crop among geniuses. Many of the future stars of the cultivation world came from Class 1. In the cultivation world of the 9 states, most individuals would spend their entire lives at the 5th stage of the body of Tao. In contrast, even the weakest students in Class 1 were at the 8th stage of the body of Tao, except for Anling. To put it frankly, Anling felt immense pressure sharing a classroom with such geniuses. The classroom was built from high-quality white jade spirit stones, filling the air with dense elemental energy. As a result, students would naturally experience improvements in their cultivation levels while attending classes in this building. Were it not for a formation that prevented students from forcibly absorbing the spirit stone's elemental energy, the building would have likely collapsed. Anling walked into the classroom with a mixture of anticipation and anxiety. Contrary to his expectations of disdain from the geniuses, this classroom was different. While the geniuses all glanced at him, most did so out of curiosity rather than disdain. The strongest relationship holder Anling became famous across the campus on the first day of registration. However, fortunately for him, he wasn't the most prominent newcomer this year. He was merely 3rd. The other 2 were. As Anling learned from Su Xiaolan, they were the recipients of True God recommendation letters. Based on the past admission records of the University of Cultivation, not even 1 student a year would receive a True God recommendation letter, indicating just how rare it was. The True God recommendation letter was not just an acceptance letter. It was a certificate recognizing the student's true abilities. It signified approval from the highest authority in the cultivation world, the True God. Thus, those who received it were extraordinary. In this year's incoming class, the other 2 recipients of True God recommendation letters were the real standouts, known as geniuses among geniuses. Xian Yuan Cheng, at the primary divine fetus stage, was the son of the sect master of the 10,000 spirits immortal sect in the wind origin state. Su Qianyun, also at the primary divine fetus stage, was a princess of the Purple Star State's Greenwood Imperial clan, and she was rumored to be a Dell enthusiast. Once a cultivator reached the divine fetus stage, they could then break through to the primary divine infant stage. So, how difficult was it to reach the primary divine fetus stage? Ling heard that most of Class 1's geniuses would stay in the university for 5 years and still not reach the primary divine fetus stage. When one reached this stage, they would be ranked among the immortal class in the heavenly court, earning the title of Little Immortal. The moment these two individuals started their studies, they already possessed the power to reach the immortal class. This achievement had caused quite a stir throughout the entire University of Cultivation. Ling, who entered the university with a True God recommendation letter, felt oddly ashamed for some reason. He had a strong urge to find a hole to hide in. The geniuses in Class 1, however, were more interested in Xian Yuancheng and Su Qianyun. Although they didn't mock Ling, they didn't pay him much attention either. This situation allowed Ling to breathe a sigh of relief, making him feel much more at ease. Harmony in society was crucial. He sat at the back of the classroom, quietly reading the breath control technique manual given to him by Su Xiulan. Soon, gasps could be heard in the classroom. Female classmates even let out shrieks of surprise. A young man entered, his starry brows and sword-like eyes exuding an aura of elegance. He had a captivating smile and a demeanor that drew everyone's attention. The newcomer was Xian Yuancheng. As soon as he entered, Xian Yuancheng captured almost everyone's gaze. He acknowledged his fellow students politely and with a smile before taking a seat at the front. Ling considered himself a handsome man, but when compared to Xian Yuancheng, he had to admit that he was slightly inferior. This time, it was Su Xiulan who couldn't take her eyes off him. Even when Xian Yuancheng sat down, she continued to gaze at his back with deep affection. Ling looked at Xian Yuancheng, shook his head with a touch of sadness, and sighed, "Ah, I've always despised people like him. He can succeed with his appearance, talent, and his father." For the rest of the text, the story unfolds with the presence of Xian Yuancheng and Su Qianyun in the class, and Ling navigating his way in this new environment with extraordinary geniuses.